I want to say welcome to this Hangout, and for those of my team members here, you will notice that there is no Get Started button today on this Hangout page. And the reason for that is, as you know, AWN has closed its doors. So I've got a little bit of information and announcement I want to make today. But first, what I want to do is I want to say hi to Dave and welcome him. He's just going to give us a couple quick little tips on video marketing. And the main reason for that is, Molly, I know that you don't have a whole lot to do right now as far as the business goes. So I'm going to have him, that's kind of the reason I thought about video marketing today. So I'm going to let him give you a couple tips real quick. And Dave, welcome.
Yeah, man. Thanks for having me on, Daniel. It's real it's a pleasure being on your Hangout with you. Yeah, video marketing, that's kind of my niche. I love doing it. It's something I'm really passionate about. And, you know, the key thing to remember about video marketing is that you've got to make it part of your daily routine. That's what I try and do. So whenever you're thinking about something, what I like to do is first of all, you can put video on Facebook, you can put video on YouTube, and Facebook's a good place to do it. And what you want to do is really just, as you're learning and going through your training, whatever you're learning, you want to teach people that. So whenever you hit something that really strikes you, you want to go ahead and put that on your Facebook profile. And it's something that's going to give people value. And if you provide people with value, they're going to constantly listen to you. And believe it or not, people want to hear what you're all about. So one of the things you want to do with your videos is you want to tell people what you're all about. You know, your loves, your dislikes, but you want to be obviously positive about it. And that's something that I like to do at least once a week on Facebook, sometimes more times than that. The other thing that what I do is I like doing reviews on programs. So I'll give you a little tip here for traffic. If you're looking for ways to get people to go to your link or whatever business you're using, what you want to do is you want to think of something that's in line with your niche. So I'll give you an example. All right, let's just talk about the fact that, let's just say you were advertising crackers. All right, you were advertising crackers, and now what you want to do is you want to sell crackers. So what you want to do is you want to talk about cheese. You want to review cheese, because cheese is something that will link to crackers, so cheese and crackers. So you do a review on some cheese, and then you say, look, you know, if you want some crackers, you can go ahead and click the link below and get some. That's what you do. So when people are searching, you know, for different types of cheese, you can actually hijack that traffic and use it in a way for your business. So for instance, if you're in some sort of internet marketing business, and let's just say you were a website developer, you could perhaps do reviews on website developing tools and talk about them and the pros and cons. And then you could say, you know what, I've got a great tool you can use for building your business online. You can go ahead and check it out below, and you can go ahead and get people to your link. So that's really what I do as a marketer. I will take traffic that's already being searched for, and I will do reviews on those particular products, and then I will just send them to the link and give them an alternative to what they're trying, or something better. I don't know if that helps, Daniel. Does that make sense?
Yes, it does. It makes perfect sense. The reason I'm going to take just a few minutes here, because it turns out that nobody is seeing the live feed. So I'm going to make sure that the video code is correct in the Hangout page and re-upload the page.
Time for a commercial break.
Yes.
All right. So,
coming soon to theaters near you.
Yeah. If you guys are thinking about getting a phone, I would highly recommend the Note 4. It's a really good phone. You can also get yourself an extended battery, 011. Look for the brand. It's got a 10,000 milliamp battery on it. So this phone could theoretically last you a week if you gave it a full charge. So I would highly recommend getting that 011. All right, they have all sizes for the Samsung phone, and you want to go and look at that. It doesn't, you can't get them for Apple, obviously, because it's kind of welded to the phone. Another good reason to get Apple, but you know, if you want to go ahead and get some Samsung phones, it's really good for you. So that's what I can say. Go for it.
Awesome. And I also have to say that ever since I got that G4, I've really liked it.
Oh, okay.
So far, it's been my favorite phone.
Nice.
And I
have used the iPhone before. I got to hate it so much. I call it the I regret. So, for those Apple lovers out there, I'm really sorry if I offended you, but I simply don't care.
Right, as long as you don't have to use the phone, right?
Yeah. Well, another reason I don't like using Apple is because it's restricted in my country.
Well, that and all the useful apps, they charge for all of them.
Well, look, I mean, you can't even buy an app here in my country. You know that. If you want to buy an app on the iTunes store, you can't do it. They don't accept our cards.
Really?
Yeah. I think if you want to get some, you got to go to the store, put some credit on your phone. I'm not even sure that works, but it's still a rigmarole to get that done. So, are people watching the Hangout now?
It looks like the video code is correct. I re-uploaded and refreshed, and I guess it's YouTube. I'm gonna refresh one more time. If not, I'll just give the YouTube link in the chat, and we'll go from there.
No worries.
Or the Google link, that would work too.
Why have you got FSI as a logo on the left?
That's part of the announcement.
Oh. Wow. Okay. Man of the mission. Wasn't even thinking. Well, anyway, I'll just carry on talking about video marketing, because people obviously catch the recording. You know, one of the things you have to realize about doing video marketing is that if you're going to make your video, you have to remember that you've got to grab people's attention. All right. So the general rule is that you have to grab somebody's attention within the first, I would say, 4 to 7 seconds. All right. If you go any longer, if you start your video out by saying, "Hey, my name is Dave, and I just wanted to make this video out of," and they've clicked off the video, it's not going to make. They're not going to watch it. All right. Your retention on the video is not even going to last. So you have to remember that when you're speaking to people, you've got to say something like, "In this video, we're going to be talking about," and then you present whatever you're going to be talking about. All right. Because the moment you do that, they understand that this video is about the particular product they were looking at, or something that they were reviewing. They wanted to know about it. So yeah, that's what you need to do. And then when you've actually told them what you want to do, you've got to now tell them why they are watching it. And obviously they want to watch it because they've got a problem and they need you to solve it. So that's what you have to do in your video. And then once you do that, don't bother about introducing yourself. You can maybe do that maybe 4 minutes into the video. Don't even worry about that, because at the moment you're new. They don't know you from Adam. And yeah, they don't know you from Adam. And so when you, they just want to know what they came to the video for. The moment they click on your link, whether they go into your blog, whether they go into your Facebook profile, then they can actually start to get to know, like, and trust you. So the next time you make a video, they'll actually want to follow you. So that's a good thing. That's something you can do on your videos.
Okay, well, for some reason, like I said, YouTube is not pushing it to the Hangout page, so people are just going to have to catch the recording. Molly, though, I did get in the chat, and she has the Google Hangout page, and it is broadcasting there for some reason.
Okay.
You know, Google, it's always creepy. Yeah. And you know, it's funny because I was watching the AWN Hangout, and they were having issues with the Hangout as well. So It's one of those things that's kind of annoying. But Molly, since now you're here and you're listening to it, I know you missed the video stuff, but you can always go back and watch the recording later. But because AWN has closed its doors temporarily right now, I know that you don't have a whole lot to do, and I know that you're really wanting to get work done. And one of the things that Dave said about doing video is letting people know who you really are. And I got to tell you, your blog posts, I can't start reading your blog post and then stop. You engage the reader, you keep them interested, and I really feel like I've gotten to know you a lot better just from your blog posts. And that is something that is going to carry you really far in this business. And if you see me looking off to the side, it's just kind of looking at the other monitor for comments here. Okay, so David asked me why I have this logo in my lower third here that says FSI. And here's the reason. For those of you who did watch the AWN Hangout, then you know that they're making some changes. It's going to be a paid system. For those who are already members, you're going to be able to keep your core membership for free, only for those people that are already members. You will have the membership levels up to what they call the core membership. Now, the membership levels they have beyond that will not be free. The AWN Underground, and the AWN Academy. Now, to me, that's all fine and dandy, and they're just going to give you just enough to get started. And what they're setting it up so that when people come through the system, they give you just enough to get started and just enough to go ahead and get the next level, because that's what you need for the training. Now, it's my belief that if you give somebody the training and if you help them, they are going to join you in those businesses anyway. Okay. So that's part of the reason that I'm doing this. But I want you guys to know that there is a new system coming out. It's called Free and Simple Income. Okay. I can do a screen share. What do you think, Dave?
Yeah, do a screen share.
Okay, I'm going to log in here.
I'm going to mute my microphone up.
Sure. Now, the way I'm setting up this system is it's still going to be basically like it was before. My Cash Freebies or another incentive marketing site, and then it's going to lead into PLS. Now, I'm also, after that, I mean, I really want to see what AWN is going to be about before I add it. But from what it looks like right now, it looks like it's going to be pretty good, but nobody's going to want to pay that much money to learn how to market. They're going to want to pay as they go. So they learn enough to make some money, and then they want to use that money to go to the next step and make more money, and then use that money to go to the next step, and so on and so forth. So I'm just going to do a quick screen share here as soon as I get there. Now, I've done a lot of work on this, and it's the screen share is going to look really, really extremely simple. Okay, but there's a lot more involved in the back end and getting all the coding done that I'm having to deal with. Why is this? Oh wow, that's awesome.
Yeah, I can see it.
Yeah, well, you were actually looking at my FTP software. Yeah, nobody needs to know that. Okay, now this site is going to be on the basic level. People are going to refer other people, and then they're going to come here and they're going to sign up through you and through your links. Now, everything in here is going to be optional. I'm starting off with free items. Now, right now on the screen, can you see my screen, Dave?
Yes, I can.
Okay. then you might see at the bottom Express My Cache Freebies. Now, for those of you who are members of AWN, AWN has their own My Cache Freebies site. Now, the reason I have used Express My Cache Freebies and Double My Cache Freebies, it was just for testing purposes. I don't know that I'm going to stay with Express and Double. I probably won't. I'll tell you that much. But the basics of it is, when somebody signs up with your referral link, they're going to come in and be signed up under you. Okay. Now, I'm going to head to my downline here real quick. You can see just from the testing, I have one personal referral, and I was doing that to test the way everything works. But right here in the opportunities, I'm sorry, give me 1 second, guys.
All right, guys. So I'm just going to be speaking right now. Daniel's obviously working something out there in the background. And we're looking at what appears to be the matrix that just keeps on going and going. So, yeah.
Yes. And I don't know, am I unmuted? Okay, good. Now the matrix here, I'm calling it a matrix because eventually it will be a matrix. Right now, when you refer people to this site, they're going to be signed up under you, obviously. And there's, in the future, I'm trying to get this up and running as quickly as possible. So I'm going to start with straight referrals. Now, in the future, once I get the SEO going and really start getting the traffic going on this site, what I'm going to be doing is incentive-based marketing as well, incentive-based referrals. So what's going to happen is you're going to have a set number of people that sign up under you with random traffic. Now, anybody that you refer is yours no matter what, okay? But anyone who comes in without a link, those people will be available as bonus signups. Now, what that means is the way I want to have it set is that somebody is promoting, they're working hard, they get 3 signups, okay? So any traffic that's coming in without a referral ID, just coming in through Google, you know, the organic traffic that's not being referred by anybody, that is going to be set up as bonus signups for people who have met the minimum requirements. So just as an example, I'm not sure how I want to work this yet. I'm still working out figures and numbers. But as an example, let's say you can have 3 people, bonus people. I'm sorry, I'm saying that wrong. 3 people that you directly refer to the site, they sign up, they get going, all's good to go. Once you've done that, once you've signed up 3 people, then this system is going to take some of that traffic and divert it to you until you get a certain number of bonus signups from that, okay? Now, this is complicated. This is not something that's easy to do, so it's probably going to take me a bit, but it's something I'm going to be working on after launch, okay? And I do have a development site and a production site, okay? So for anyone who's watching this, don't sign up yet because there's going to be a master reset, and I'm going to reset everything, wipe the databases and all that once I have everything set up and ready. So if you sign up now and you start promoting, it's not going to do you a doggone bit of good. But what's going to happen here is when people sign up, they're going to come in here and they're going to see these 3 tabs, okay? And the design is going to change drastically. This is not pretty. This is just basics while I'm working on a framework, and then I'm going to, spice it up. So they'll come in here, they'll see step 1. As a matter of fact, let me stop sharing for a moment because what I'm going to do is go through and log out and log back in as the other person that the testing account that I did. And I'm going to show you guys how it's going to work for you and your referrals.
While you're busy doing that, I just want to also mention that if you guys are watching this right now, you have to understand that, I mean, what Daniel's doing is a legitimate system. You know, there's no fancy graphics, there's no hype, there's no you know, something that's trying to make something look better than what it is. It's a simple system, and it's actually just showing you the backbone of it, which would give you more encouragement of the fact that this actually does work. He's not trying to be flashy or anything. He's just trying to give you the nuts and bolts of the business, and that's really encouraging.
Well, thank you for that, Dave. Okay, and I'm obviously having issues logging in here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and just do a sign up on the screen share. I'm going to sign up and get logged in first. And a big part of this, guys, a big part of the reason it's going to take a little bit. I'm guessing a couple weeks. It just depends on how it goes. The problem though is that I really have to concentrate on security because things can get really crazy.
Concentrate on what?
On security. Blocking hackers and things like that. Because there's a lot of stuff going on that there's a lot of stuff going on. There's a lot of I've seen. There's a whole lot of easy ways to break into systems like this, and that's what I want to try to avoid. And as Dave can probably vouch for, Dave, I don't know if this happened with OPFN, but I know it happened with IPDN, where people were coming into the capture page on an unsecured link. It didn't use SSL.
Mm-hmm.
And anybody who opted in, those leads were being grabbed by a hacker, and they were getting spammed like crazy. And that really hurts the integrity and the reputation of whatever system is doing that. And that's one of the things that I want to avoid. So I've been spending some time and some money getting the security set up, the SSL, so that when people do come and opt in, they can feel secure knowing that the connection's encrypted. They're not going to be, you know, their email's not going to get, it's not going to end up somewhere else that they did not intend. And so I'm being very careful with this, and it is going to make it take a little bit longer. But as I said, you know, Dave, he was telling you guys, it's just the nuts and bolts things. I do want this to look very simple because that's the whole idea, free and simple income. And that's, I'm having heck here, Dave.
Okay, no worries. Can I ask some questions?
Sure.
What can people do in the meantime?
Right now, in the meantime, what people can do is they can actually start creating, like the AWN Hangout, you can actually start creating buzz about the new system. I've already put together a YouTube channel, a Facebook page, a Google Plus page, and you can actually start creating a buzz for people to be able to get excited about this. They want, you know, give updates as things happen. You know, I will make announcements, send out emails, and if you go and watch that AWN Hangout, for those of you who are AWN members, he gives some really good examples about how to create a buzz, how to get people interested. And that's exactly what we want to do. Because if we can do that, then when it opens the doors, it is going to be crazy. I mean, just like AWN. Okay, good night, Molly. I see you have to go. But just like when AWN attempted, I mean,
Are you talking about AWN or FSI?
I'm talking about AWN right now because I'm using them as an example that when they opened their doors, it was a massive amount of signups and it just blew up.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what we want to do. And of course, my team is going to be the first ones here. So I want you guys to start creating a buzz so that the same thing can happen for you. I think I did my security too well, Dave. I know you're laughing, but I think I just locked up my own computer. And I'm trying on the other machine, so just in case.
Cool. Yeah, you can also start blogging about it, making videos about it.
Okay, so apparently I have done kind of the same thing that they did before because they couldn't give out the web address and show the back office, and I can't do that right now either. I have to wait another 15 minutes to log in. And now I've got to remember to set my IP address to always be allowed. I have to remember that. But basically, when people sign in, I'm sure you guys saw those 3 tabs. The first one, like I said, it's probably not going to be Express and Double My Cash freebies, but I'm going to start with incentive marketing, something that people can start for free, create a free account, maybe even qualify for free. In my introductory videos, I'm going to be recommending that people actually keep a service or buy products they want, because that will raise the credit values on my cash freebies or whichever incentive marketing site that I use. I'm looking at a couple different ones. But when it raises the credit values, guys, the more people actually keep the service or the product, that raises the credit values. The advertisers start giving more credit because they're getting more paying customers out of it, okay? So when that happens and the credit values go up, that means your signups have to do less offers to qualify, which means, Dave, fill in the blank for me.
Say that again. I was busy checking something.
No, it's okay. When people that's why I'm encouraging people to keep their trials or their products and services.
Yes.
And that's because it raises the credit amounts. So when other people sign up, it makes them easier to qualify, which means
it means you get more money. Yeah,
more money for you, better conversion rates, better conversion rates, and more money for you.
That's right.
On top of that, if you're on your ball game and you're doing your email marketing, you're doing your video marketing, and you're doing things like these Hangouts, because Hangouts, guys, Hangouts are an amazing way for people to get to know you, and that's what Dave and I talk about all the time. The KLT factor, know, love, and trust. They see you, they hear you, they're communicating with you on a personal basis. Now, if you get a postcard in the mail that says, all you have to do is sign up for $99.99, and in the next 2 weeks, you're going to make $10,000. Would you do that?
No.
I certainly wouldn't, because why am I going to send $100 to somebody that sent me a postcard? I've never seen or heard from them before, and I have no reason to trust them. I just have a postcard. It costs them 20 cents to send it to me, and I'm going to send them $100? I don't think so. And that's the personal factor, the KLT factor, that is so important. And Dave, I'm sure you guys mentioned that on your, I know our team didn't see that, but didn't you guys cover that when you were doing your hangout with Katie Stage on Facebook strategies?
Yeah, I mean, that's the premise behind Facebook. A lot of people use Facebook just to get leads and sales, but in actuality, I use Facebook for people to get to know, like, and trust me. That's the only reason I use it. And interestingly enough, somebody asked a question in the Hangout, do you use Facebook to get leads and sales? And her answer was no. People get hold of me through Facebook to ask me about my business, because the interesting thing is that I went on a business trip 2 months ago, and I'm just walking amongst to people, or people, and then somebody comes up to me and says, "Hey Dave, how you doing? Can we have an interview?" And it was so weird for me, because why would anybody want to interview me? It's just because they saw me on Facebook, they saw my videos, they were like, "Hey man," and suddenly I'm trying to in my mind go, where do I know this person from? But they've really just watched my videos, and they've gotten to know, to like, and trust me over that course of time. So when I recommend something to them, they are more likely going to go for it and more likely going to buy something. And that's why we say use Facebook as a way for you to get yourself out there. Use your blog as a way for people to get to know you. In fact, what I would encourage you to do is to, and if you're in the habit of blogging daily, write an email and tell people about your blog, and put a link so they go to your blog, so they can actually watch a video on your blog about you, read a bit more information about yourself, and keep doing that for about 90 days. So you've got a huge database of videos, and then what you can do is you can actually work that video into a follow-up sequence where people can actually watch your stuff all the time. And as you do that, when people get to know, like, and trust you over a period of 90 days, you've developed such a trust barrier with people that they will be throwing their money at you virtually, saying, "Where do I sign up?" And I've had that happen to me. So yeah, it absolutely does. We talk about it all the time.
And he's right, because when people see that you're succeeding in what you're doing, what's going to happen is they want to succeed as well. And as he was saying, they know, they love you, they trust you. And if you can't get on board with the personal part, just think about it this way. If you have everybody watching your videos all the time, your view count's going up, and your videos are ranking higher. Worst case scenario, they might leave some negative comments or some positive comments either way. But I mean, they're getting to know you personally. And there are people that I have seen, and I personally know, that they watched me for a while. I didn't hear anything from them at all, but they watched me for a while. They probably thought I was going to flop when I first started internet marketing. And he's one of those crazy guys, And so I find out later that, there's quite a few people that have come to me, personal friends, that have come up to me and they say, "Hey, I'm ready to start." And I'm standing on my front porch going, "Start what?" And they want to start the business with me because they see that it is working, You're going to add something, Dave?
No. That's exactly what happens. I mean, I've had people on my team watch me for 6 months, and then after 6 months, they go ahead and they just they join without any thought. And I kind of wonder why they're joining me, and I haven't even found them on my, on a link where where they found one of my videos. They've just like opted into my page because they have found me on Facebook and they've been following me for a while, and they join. There's no rhyme or reason on my end, but for some reason they just think I'm trustworthy, and that's what you need to do. You just need to put yourself out there. And you know what? If you think you look too ugly, or you look too pretty, or you look too weird, you must understand that we all got these things about ourselves. All right, I've got a lazy eye that always seems like it's closing when I'm talking, and I'm very self-conscious about it, especially when I first started. But
I'm just laughing because you pointed at the eye that's
not good. So yeah, and what's interesting, in the 2.5 years that I've been doing this, nearly 3 years, I've only had one bad comment about my appearance about somebody, and it didn't. That only happened because I was looking at the comments. But at the end of the day, you've got to understand that nobody is really concerned about the way you look. People just are interested in what you're saying. Because at the end of the day, the more quirky you are, the more weird you are, the more outrageous you're going to be. That's when people listen to you. I mean, look at Daniel. I mean, he's just this bald pinhead that's on on these hangouts, and you know he doesn't care about that. Sorry,
You know, there have been people that tell me I need to have a mohawk, right? Because if I turn sideways with the beak,
yeah.
I have no lips. If I have a cup up here, I'd be like a rooster. Because I mean, I'm a tall, skinny white guy, bald with a big nose. I mean, but I mean, it's people know me, they know me, you know, and well, I was going to say people begin to look past the nose, but they have to look past the nose to see my eyes. So, but
Yeah, no, we've all got our thing, and you know what? If you were to ask somebody what is wrong with my appearance, no one's gonna care. No one's gonna care, and the only person that feels weird about being on camera is you. That's the only person. So you have to get out of that. And one of the ways you can get over that, and there's a couple of ways you can do it. Number one, I would encourage you making a video of you yourself talking to yourself, and say, "Hey, Dave, how you doing? It's you know, this is going to be a great day," and practice like that. That's one way you can get over it. Another way you can get over it, the way you know keep the focus off yourself, is to start being generous and to start helping other people. When you start being other person focused, it takes the focus off you, and you start to be a lot more freer in the way that you're giving, because ultimately self-consciousness comes from yourself thinking about your problems all the time. And when you start thinking about other people's problems and other people's troubles, you take the focus off yourself and you become less self-conscious. That's the actual secret to becoming less self-conscious. I think that makes sense. Yeah.
it does. And, you know, it's one of the things that I like to say, and it's become I wouldn't say a motto, but kind of like a mantra of mine, is that other people's opinion are none of my business. And the first time I heard that, I was like, yeah, wait a minute, that's none of my business, you know? And it made me realize that if other people don't like me, it's okay. You know, I don't like everybody either. You know, everyone's entitled to their opinion. I'm just being honest here. Not a, you know,
Why is it so much of a jerk? Why is it so important that everybody like you? I mean, it doesn't really matter. It honestly doesn't. If you're just being true to yourself and honest, and you work with integrity, that's going to carry you a long way. And you know what the interesting thing is? That when people start hating on you on the internet, all it does is gets more focus on you. That's all it does. That's all it does. And it's just helping you. So stop it. Stop thinking about the way you are, and just get yourself on camera and get over that hurdle. Easier
Yeah,
said
we
than
call
done.
that. I'm sorry.
I was going to say easier said than done, and a lot of people are saying, "Yeah, you've been doing it for a lot longer than I have." And I'm saying, you know what? But I was at that stage, you know, 3 years ago when I first got on camera. If you saw some of my videos, I think Daniel, I think you saw one of my first videos. I look like an absolute shipwreck. You know, I'm sitting there and I don't know what I'm doing, and I'm looking up and I'm looking around. And the first mistake people make when they get on camera is they look at the screen. So just keep looking at the camera. Yeah. You there? Jeez, we had a silent moment there for a minute. I thought one of us was going to draw a gun.
What's that? I can't music away. I just want to get back to the specify for we do want to get buzz created, okay? And I'm going to be helping you guys with that. It's not just me, but I have another couple of people that are putting together, you know, email swipes and some marketing tools. I don't want is, I know that my team members right now, some of you are not making money because AWN has gone down. So, I mean, granted, it's well, what we expect is going to be a good thing, you know, and if after I check it out, if I another step in free and simple income, I don't know that for sure. Like I said, because I don't want my team to have something that's not going to be useful for them and something that's not going to work very well. So we are coming up with some marketing materials, but guys, do promote this. I'm getting the basic set up and email to my list, okay? And I'm going to start posting it on Facebook and Twitter and things like that. Once that happens, then I'm going to have a pre-registration where people can get on the email list to be notified. Where was the pre-registration, so that when we do actually launch the system, open the doors, you'll get the email, and you will be able to jump right in and get started. And Dave, I see your mouth is moving, but you're muted. So
I was going to say that I don't know if you can hear me clearly, but it goes in and out. Are you hearing me loud and clear?
yes, I'm hearing you. Just a couple beeps from my router over there, and
okay. It must be.
It's never done that before. So,
well, okay.
It started out with Google having problems, and now we're having problems. Maybe, who knows?
Okay.
Whole social stuff, the beginnings of the SEO on it. No, you can't build up a whole lot of quality backlinks right away, you know, but I want to be doing the best that I can. And then when we start getting into that code, the quote, because I don't know what that's called yet, but as far as the layout goes, short, sweet, simple, a clean layout, very easy to use, very simple to do. You click on step one, and it'll have your sponsored link there to sign up. You click that link, you go sign up, and you go back to the page, and you enter you click on it. So referring people to the site, then of course they'll see the same thing you do, except your links will be in their back office. Okay, so for anyone who wants to get on the list to be notified of the pre-launch registration, then let me know. You are more than welcome to spread the word. You know, I like what AWN is doing for the more seasoned marketer. I do believe that they're going to have the training there to take you from step one all the way to the top. I don't know that for sure. Okay. Now, I do trust him, and I do trust Mike, and I know that they have some very good training when, as they say, it's not that it was meant for the more advanced person, but they just dump a whole lot of information on you real quick, talking about because you haven't heard the terms before, and that's why I want down into little tiny pieces. So if you only have minutes to, we can go do a 5-minute training and then go market for another 10 minutes, and then take off to go get your kids or from school like I do. So I'm really excited about this because this is something I think that I know I've wanted. And I actually, believe it or not, Dave probably remembers, but I was actually building this system before I found out about AWN.
I remember.
I see AWN, and as many of you know, I was a beta tester. I was lucky enough to be one of the 3 people testing. So when I saw it, I was like, well, this is exactly what I was doing, you know? So I figured, well, shoot, if they're going to do it, lacking something. I can't really even say that they're lacking something. It's just that the business that I want to promote, that I think would be, in my opinion, the best commission structure, the best compensation plan, is PLS. Now, it can lead into other things as well, but I want to make sure that this is something that's very, very simple and easy for people to get into. I do want to tell you right up front, there is not going to be an autoresponder included in the system. You will be detecting your to PLS because it includes the autoresponder pages and all the other marketing tools. But people need to realize they invest in their business. The autoresponder, I know many people have, I am making a mistake by not including an autoresponder. Many people have told me that. Several of them pretty high up, but I'm thinking out of the box here because I have a plan. Okay, guys? That plan is to help you guys make more money, your signups make more money. I want it to be a system that works very well for everybody. Okay? I want to have another, different autoresponder, whether it's GetResponse or Aweber or GVO. I don't even think GVO anymore. Regardless, if you want to do something else with it, that's fine. To have the landing pages, the referral link, so you can opt in before you send them to the sales page. Or I don't like to call it and show that it's free and it's simple. Someone can come in, create a free account, sign up for a free account on the incentive marketing. They can do it for free if they so choose. People start earning commissions. That's when it makes it click in their hearts. That's the turnarounds. Dave, how did when you made your first commission on?
Sorry, I didn't hear that you were breaking up.
Oh, I was asking how you felt when you made it.
Oh, my first commission online. Wow, it was surreal.
I'm still breaking up, aren't I?
Yeah, no, I got the question. How did I feel when I got my first commission online? I grueled at it for 8 months before I made my first commission. But I at that point wasn't really looking at it as a business. I was looking at it like a hobby. I never really took it that seriously. And when I started to really take ownership of my business and realize I was in charge of what I was producing, then I started to see results. And that's really what it came down to. But yeah, your first commission online, you'll never forget it. I even remember the name of the person that joined the first day, but I won't say his name. But you'll never forget that first time you made your first commission online. It is simply amazing. Are you getting everything, or is there just a huge delay? Okay, I guess I'm on. So if you guys can hear me, yes. I think Daniel's dropped off the Hangout. Here he comes back now. Oh, man. All right, Daniel. You there?
Okay.
You know, Daniel, what you should do is upgrade your
sorry
line.
about that.
You should upgrade your line, get a better line.
Yes, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, but you're still breaking up. Are you sure nothing is chewing your bandwidth that side?
It might be that bird in the background. Okay, we should be good now because everything's loaded.
You're still delaying. You're still breaking up. Send me the, yeah, okay. I'm going to say send me the.
Okay, at any rate, I'm going to go ahead and end this broadcast.
Okay.
Oh, we're okay now?
Sort of. Still breaking up.
Okay. Well, hopefully some of you can hear this. And I'm going to end this Hangout because I know that you want to get to the other Hangout. But guys, keep out the announcement, and as soon as I have more information, the next step, I'm going to let you guys know, and start that pre. So, Dave.
Cheers, everybody. You're still live.
Sometimes I really hate Google.
You're still live.
Okay. Good night, everybody. And Dave. Yes. Good night, everybody. And Dave, thanks.
No worries. Still live.
This app couldn't open because it didn't provide required information. I didn't. Are we still live?
We are still live.
Oh my Lord. Okay.
Hey, why don't I jump off? You jump off,
I'm
and then
trying.
we'll jump back on.
And it's still not working. So we're just both going to hang out, and then it's going to end on its own when it realizes that nobody's here. I hope.
Okay, so tell you what, let me jump off, and then I'll just jump back on, but you jump. Okay.
All I want to do is stop the broadcast. Good night, everybody. I hope. Oh, wow.
You gotta be kidding. We're still live. No, we can't be live.
Stop broadcast.